Tuesday night, a small group of criminals brought shame on Manchester City Centre and on the people of Greater Manchester. They brought their own degree of violence onto this very street and surrounding streets. And whilst the rioting was still going ahead, I said to you all that I will not rest until we catch every single one of them. And I told them a very clear message: we are coming to get you. And since the early hours of Wednesday morning, that's exactly what we've been doing. We've been going and arresting everybody whose face we can identify on the CCTV and on the images that we have from the dreadful scenes that we saw on Tuesday night. We have thousands and thousands of hours of footage from CCTV, from the fire brigade, from shops, from car parks, and from the cameras that people have been brought in, and from the phones that people have handed over to the police, determined to bring these thugs and these criminals to justice. We will have 100 officers dedicated to searching through that footage, and when we find a face, we will put it on boards like the ones you see behind us, and I will not rest until every face has been identified with a name and we brought those people into custody. Yesterday, 37 people whose faces were caught on camera were arrested by Greater Manchester Police. Today we will catch even more, and tomorrow more after that as well. I said we are coming for you, and I genuinely mean that. This morning, the person who set fire to Miss Selfridge's on this street has been charged and put before the courts. We're asking for extra courts over the weekend because we expect to see more and more people arrested and brought to justice. Even the short time we've been stood here now, two of the faces you see on the screens behind you have been identified to me positively by members of the public who said, I know who that is. And we will keep changing these faces until we run out of faces. And I can tell you, we've got a lot of faces to put on these boards. This weekend and next week, these vans will be driving round Manchester and Salford and parking up. And I want members of the public in Greater Manchester to go out and see them. And if you see a face you recognise, tell us who it is. If you see your face on these boards, hand yourself in. Because the message was simple: we are coming to get you, and you might as well hand yourself in now, because we will not stop. These criminals brought shame on Manchester and Salford, and the public of Greater Manchester have told me time and time again since Tuesday night that they get behind the city councils, they get behind the communities of Greater Manchester, and they get behind Greater Manchester Police in their commitment to work with us to bring these to justice. I said we are coming to get you, and we are. This is another step in our journey to make sure that these criminals are brought to justice. Please, look at the newspapers, look at the screens, look at the websites, and look out for these vans. When you see a face you recognise, you tell us who it is. If you tell us, we will arrest them. It's as simple as that. Thank you very much indeed.